Alright, second game of IBHL. This week it is against the Lightning. So here is opening face-off. Again, we'll try to keep it short so as to not take too much time of everyone's lives, but let's see what we can glean from opening face-off, or opening shift rather. That was fascinating in terms of just handcuffing each other. As you can see, everyone's about to close in the door. I guess the other questionable move was we got a pass, and we can see Kathy is already walking out to the middle, so Fiona should have just slocked in behind, but she decided to go in this way as well. And why, right? If she slotted in right behind, easy back pass, especially Kathy being on the forehand, probably could have even just dropped it back. And then it just becomes like a whole gang of Lightning on Kathy. And I mean, at this point, personally, she should have just shot it down herself rather than like handcuffing Ernest. Because like this pass, short pass, just inviting, like she got the whole gang in with her to just say, here, have the puck, it's your problem now, not mine. And he does what she should have done and send it down low. Okay, so enough of that. Now part two is, are we helping Rehan with any pass opportunities? So I'd say this is fine. Like Jess opted to go on the opposite side, and so Kathy can fill in that triangle. That's fine. There's two options for anyone that doesn't know. Number one is, if you ever find, if he had firm control, it does kind of make sense for where Kathy goes, which is front of the net. Now, because he doesn't really have firm control, he's just kind of settling it down. Another option is to actually double up along the walls. So the puck is here along the wall, so Jess is taking one pass option, and then Kathy could be here for a second pass option, and momentarily we won't have any threats for scoring, but it allows us to move the puck around. Now if he had firm control and ready to go, then where Kathy goes is fine as well. It's not a big deal. Eventually puck comes out to the middle and gets cut off. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. And shot on net, rebound, and held for the face-off. Alright, defensive face-off. So where Jamie you want to stand is, Carrie-Ann is going to be in the closer side of the circle. It's just a little bit different for defensive draws. Normally that's is where you would be standing as a left wing, but you will actually want to be standing out here, and this is where Carrie-Ann is. The main reason is usually there's going to be another forward right next to them, and it's just easier for the defense to just defend the forward that's right next to them. And then for the left wing, there's like a free pathway to go to the D. So rather than trying to skate around them, right? So once that puck drops, what you want to do for right wing, left wing, so right wing wants to go to this D, left D, and left wing wants to go to right D. That makes sense. So you see the puck drop, puck goes behind. So we should have seen immediately when that puck drops, boop, straight to the D, ignore everything else. Ignore everything else as beginner skaters, and then from there you can turn around, you say, oh, they have the puck. Then once you've come here, you can go towards the boards, and then we've said It's oftentimes easier if you start facing the puck area and skating towards them, so you can go all the way out. Then if you need to, you can turn down and skate slowly and facing them, so it's easier for you. And then if the puck comes to you, you can receive it, then turn up the ice. Okay, so the same thing with Lena. She'll go up to the D, sees that we have the puck, okay, turn around, and if you need to, you can start turning around to down here. So starting at that line to here, and that'll be a good spot to receive the puck. And if you do, turn up the ice, and we're ready to go, right? Rather than kind of staying here, and if the puck kind of gets turned over up to there, we're not in a really good defensive position. As a matter of fact, here's the evidence, right? So if you were able to get here and then here, it'll be much easier if you got the pass facing them. Now, the thing is, you're going diagonally, which is still like a much easier pass than if you're facing, like your back turns to him. But part of that is now you're going to receive it on your backhand. As a beginner skater, that's a little bit harder. You're definitely going to want to work on receiving it. You see how this is, your stick is a little ramped. If you can figure out how to get the stick more here so that it's flat or closed, it'll be a little bit easier for you to receive it, because when it's ramped like that, oftentimes it'll skip over, bounce away. It's very unpredictable. So that's just a skill thing. It's going to be practice. It's not a problem. But coming diagonally is like, it's easier. Obviously, you're able to kind of touch the puck, but if you were able to get over here, going to be it's going to make your life a lot easier. But you were able to get the puck back, so that's, oh, and it's stolen away. So another face-off in a defensive zone, exact same story, opposite side. It's kind of convenient that Rehan's right-handed right wing, and then Jamie's left-handed left wing. So he's gonna be roughly around here is where he would want to start. And once that puck drops, straight to the lefty, and Jess straight to number 19 is the preferred essence. So puck drop, and we should immediately see Rehan going up to here and Jess coming up to 19. So we want to put a little bit more pressure on them. We're a little bit slow getting up there, and so that allows them to have some time with it. So fortunately we're at a level where even the intermediates, if you just get up in their face, make some noises, they're likely going to lose the puck or fumble it. So that's kind of, you don't need to necessarily take the puck off them. Just having your presence there is oftentimes going to be a very strong effect. So Ernest is getting it in, passes it out, slightly fumbles it, passing, pucks going loose everywhere, and then banana peel. Ice is slippery, watch out guys. And just a little rewind here, this is more for Rehan. He's out here on the far right hand side. So again, this is going to be a little bit of mindset shift. It's just going to take some time to get used to it. When this puck is on that left hand side, you're going to want to start to gravitate yourself towards this side of the ice. In general, is my kind of favorite way to implement. So just cut that ice in half. Just cut everything, cut that ice in half. Think of it, now you want to move onto this side of the ice. And how does that become important? I'll show you just in just a second. Don't worry about, like, if you're right wing, left wing, whatever, you don't have to be on that right hand side. You don't need to be on that face off dot over here. So a really good spot is just shift yourself. So cut that ice in half. In this, starting from this face off dot, this hash mark, up to this red line, across the middle of the ice, down is this little boxy area. Really, really nice spot to be in. Super easy to work with, especially at a new player's level. So if you think of it that way, so there's kind of like 3-4 spots that are really nice in general to kind of gravitate towards. Right here is one of them. Right here, kind of behind the net, is another one. Right here is another one on the half wall, just along this wall right here, in that corner. The last one's kind of in that corner, which is kind of part of these 2 spots. And then the last one is also kind of like net front, but that's really, you don't want to stay there for too long, just kind of momentarily. So right here, rather than standing on that face-off dot, if you moved towards this area, look at how empty it is. So most players are gonna defend in a tight locking area like so. And this is a really kind of nice little pocket that is kind of awkward to defend. And so you can see right here, if you were if you're able to move here, it's a really nice spot, and that's everyone in general. So number one, just again try to cut that ice in half, focusing on where that puck is, and then just boil it down to 3 spots. Really, I think just 3 spots. So you can think of this edge of the circle in this corner is your kind of default spot, and then just in general draw this box. This is going to be a nice spot, and then number 2 and 3 kind of right behind the net, and then along the wall. Those are going to be your 3 really nice spots. Really, in general, it's just going to be around these circles, and then to just make your decision making easier, again, cut the ice in half. Is the puck on the left hand side? Okay, let's move to the left hand side. Is it on the right hand side? Okay, let's move on the right hand side. Don't worry about left wing, center, right wing. That's more important for defense. On offense, just go to where is going to be most needed, and what's most needed is there a person in this area? Is there a person in this area? Is there a person in this area? No, let's pick one of them, whatever's closest to me, and let's go to there. Okay, so after that whole clip I talked about, let's play a little game of which spots could we fulfill or put yourself in, and that's missing at this moment. Well, we have the puck in the corner behind the net. We're cutting that ice in half. Well, let's ignore the defense. So as a forward, where would we want to go in general to help out each other? So number 1, I really like this area again, and then number 2 over here. So Ernest is kind of filling where one of the forwards should be. So, but I do want to say ignore them for now. I don't want to make things too complicated. So the game is anyone in those positions? I would argue no, right? Even Dave's not there, and it's just an absolute army of Lightning players right there. So what are we doing to help her out? Not really anything at this moment. So puck comes out, like it's easy turnover, they're able to bounce it around. Ernest fires it back in, and now it's a battle. Once the puck gets into the middle, and when I say the middle, just in this area, then it's okay for all the forwards to start converging towards it. That's not a problem. But we'll play the game again after this scoring chance right there knocks back out. So Dave gets it in the corner. Let's play the game. Where forwards, the ice is now on, the puck is rather on the left hand side. We've cut it in half. We should now want to think about gravitating players towards the left side of the ice. And where are the empty positions? Well, okay, ignore the D, ignore the D. So Jamie decides to park up in the magic spot, perfectly fine. So I would have liked to see Lena come in behind here, as this is the empty spot, right? So Dave's up here on the half wall. Jamie's already there, so what's the empty spot? This is the empty spot. So that is the game. Boop. boop, and then we can probably move the puck around. And right here, it would be nice if Dave was able to say, oh, well, there's Lena right here, pass, she can turn around, jam it in on Jeff, rather than being on this backdoor pass. So what's an easier pass, visually speaking, right? So if you were here, clean pass, no, not a single defender, versus Lena's over here, 1 defender, 2 defenders, 3, 4. So 1, 0 is going to be a lot easier pass than 4, right? And then, you know, to make matters worse, when Dave turns around, he's saying, okay, maybe I should pass it to the D. Well, where's the D? That should be here. Well, she's all the way down here for whatever reason. We would say she should know better. Thankfully, Ernest comes across. So, for D, the strong side D, this is a term that's going to be a new term for everyone, for the new players. Strong side, so if you cut that ice in half, is going to be the side that's closest to the puck. So lefty, the puck's on the left side. So if you're lefty, you are the strong side D. If you're right D and the puck's on the left side, then you're the weak side D. And the weak side D is the one that should be having the flexibility to move in. So it should not be Fee skating in. It should be Ernest that has the freedom to go in, that he can find the holes to play with, right? The main job of the strong side D is to provide passing support for this player, right? If you're not there, you're not helping your teammate out at all, right? So right here, holy smokes, there's no pass, and then it just makes life worse. And then Ernest does a good job seeing that, well, Fee is very irresponsible, so I'll come in and help, right? So yeah. All right, ice is slippery. Woo, banana peel. All right, let's play the game again. Puck is at the half wall. What spots are missing? Are they going there? No! So here comes our super offensively minded defenseman. Defense questionable. So the moment the play dies, or not necessarily dies, but like the first play, that attempt, so it was the rush, he's trying to feed it across to Rayhan. That's a bit of a forced pass for sure. There's going to be a couple sticks that are going to be blocking that pass coming across. It gets stopped, is that we should expect the D to come back to fill in the spot. And whoever is going to be covering for them generally is going to stay up there until they are back and ready to go. Where Fee opts to go back in on the forecheck. So we should have had her come up and then swap out rather than her going back in as a general good habit, but this makes for more entertaining content. And then Ernest tries to pinch in, and now we got both of our D, wait, is it, yeah, deep in the zone, so that's fun as well. And then now we have Dancing with the Stars as there's a red tape Twan coming in down the ice. Ice is slippery, watch out. Ah, banana peel. Not to be outdone by the other pair, let's talk about, wow, the double pinch. The double pinch opens it up for a breakaway for the red tape. Wilton gets a shot. A good chance right there for him. Alright, here's another defensive face-off draw. Alex and Lena should be swapping with each other. Alex should be closer towards the face-off dot. Lena should be on the outside. And again, once that puck drops, straight to the D. Same with Jamie, straight to the D. And what do we see? Boom, face-off win. Jamie turned around. So ignore what that puck does. Just go straight to the D. Same with Lena, straight towards the D. And the moment you get there, you look where the puck is, then get to the open spots. And that's your basics for there. Uh-oh. Ice is slippery, banana peel. See, and now the problem is, now no one's there, allows for a open pass, right? And only when we get firm control, then we get, boom, open for the spots. Okay. We'll play the game again. Which side is the puck on? The left side. Which side D should be the one that's helping them out? The lefty. Which one should not be going in on the attack in generally speaking? The lefty. Which one goes in on the attack? The lefty. Alright, let's play the game again. The puck is on the left side. Oh, no, never mind. It was a turnover. But let's look at positioning. It's okay. Other than that. Uh-oh, watch Alex get dipsy doodled right here. Oh, turned inside out. Oh my god, absolutely walked around. Oh, okay, hold on. So 2 defenders. Identify. Yeah, tough spot. Center's not quite there yet. Covers 21. You know what? That's acceptable. You played that okay. You played that pretty okay, Alex. Alright, let's attack. Pass across, didn't quite work out. Let's play the game. Play the game one more time. Passed up. Left D is there. Excellent. Good things. We're seeing good things. That's Carrie Ann. She decides to pass back down along the half wall. Play the game again. Which spot is occupied? Which spot is missing? We got someone on the half wall. We got someone in the magic spot. Is somebody down here? No. And pass to, oh, just a little bit off the mark. Little bit off the mark. But you can see how momentarily that was a pretty good spot to pass to. Just couldn't quite work out. We were all talking about Alex's amazing shot coming in, see if he can get the second week in a row shooting from up top. Pretty decent. A little bit of a rainbow shot. Just missed wide of the net, but pretty decent. Ayya! Lena's not paying attention. Look at the absolute hustle on Fee. Look at there. Watch. Holy smokes, bust right past Jess. Gets stick lifted by Steve in the last moment. I thought this was pretty funny. So Alex is hustling, makes the moves, dingle dangles, passes it up to Kathy, then turns away, and then what a turnover. Oh my goodness. I mean, that's also, let's see. Bit of a yikes pass to begin with, but, and I guess completely aside from the play, Rahan is offside, so make sure we are on this side of the blue line before the puck crosses. So same thing right here. Puck comes out of the zone. Let's actually rewind a little bit. So puck comes out of the zone. So make sure everyone is hustling to touch up at least 1 foot on to this side of the ice. Same with I think that's Jamie. So just how Kathy comes on ice. So they can't pass to you guys. Like, they can't pass to you guys until you touch up on this side of the ice. at least 1 foot. So that's gonna be important. And then same situation where I talked about before. So with Jamie, once you get past that blue line, you can slow down. You don't have to go too fast. Just from here, starting from here, you can just kind of cruise your way, but you can start skating towards the puck. Doesn't have to be fast. Just cruise along, do little slow little C cuts, and then the thing is, you don't want to. You stopped, right, and then you turned away, and that's what you don't want to do, especially at like I'd say for this skill level, keep it simple. Just kind of keep skating forward, and then if you get the pass, then you get it, and then you can turn. Versus you see how you turned away from it, and now you can't see it, and the puck just goes straight through you, and you won't be able to receive the pass. So it's much easier. It's going to be my preference that you just slow down, and then so you don't have to come to a complete stop. Just slow down, a little snowplow stops, and then face Carrie-Anne, and if that pass comes and you can receive it, then turn around. It's going to be easier. It's just going to make your life a lot easier. Alright, check this out, It's going to be the fancy moves. Because it, boom, cuts it across, big pass, spinorama, pass, behind the legs, whoa, big moves, try to pass again, but got intercepted. But it looked fancy. Jeff was wondering who did the blocker shot. It was Ernest. Watch out, the ice is slippery. Banana peel. Wah! Ice is slippery. Banana peel. Net front. Ah! So this one, hindsight, I should have carried it in, but I saw this guy fall, and I knew Jamie just stepped on the ice, and I thought she was skating towards the blue line. So that's where I was thinking. And then set her up for a one-on-one Jamie versus Steve combat one-on-one. It didn't quite work out as I thought it would, and so in my embarrassment I stepped off the ice. Alright, we're about to witness the game-winning goal for Lightning, as this was a 1-0 game. So skating it in, Steve passes it out front. We got a scramble, and it Cliff makes a save. It ramps up Alex's stick, hits Carrie-Anne in the face, so it goes boop, boop, boop. Now it's in the air right now. I don't know if you guys can see it, and it drops down and rolls in. So I guess that's Twan's goal. Yeah, that's a fun one. Here's our offensively hungry D charging into the action once again. Wow. And so Ernest is left on Lonely Island. Thankfully, offside. Alex wants to try to repeat his goal from last week. Gets ready here, loads up the shot. Big save with the pads by Jeff. My name is Jeff. And then shoulder save right there. Is there more action? Pass down low. And Jess tries to throw it out front. Couldn't quite do it. Okie dokie right here. Again. Almost Reham. Like you got the 1 foot just on the line. It'd be better if you just had it more onto the white ice area. And in that way, so you don't get caught yourself offside when you pivot. Unfortunately, you're offside. So as long as you have 1 foot on, you'll be good. But also, this kind of goes back to, I do recommend, rather than you pivoting like this, is just slowly start skating towards the puck carrier. So by the time you get it, you'll probably be about here, and then you can just turn around and go back in rather than pivoting. So if you can actually, you want to keep it motion, so it's going to be forward, and then it's like just a forward turn, forward turn, forward turn, forward turn, and then back up, rather than a full pivot, like pivot as in like you're standing still and turning. So like, I guess just like how Jess would be doing, you receive and then just turn around. Nothing fancy, don't need to do any crossovers or anything like that. Just to turn around with the puck, and it would be pretty easy. Alright, now this is when I knew this defensive duo of Ernest and Fee is going to be the most irresponsible. So they're both jumping up on the rush, all four of them, ready to go. Poor Alina is all the way back there. I mean, that's fine, but they have zero awareness of each other, and oh my goodness, all you see is black sweaters. And Lena was able to stop the play there, but holy smokes, guys. And here we go, banana peel. Whoa, 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 everybody's flying everywhere. Alright, right here is when, oh, I see, he was gonna, I guess there's some argument there. So one is the pass went up to Rehan. It's not clean, and he poked it off of him. The argument is he didn't have firm control. Okay. And then the other half of the argument is it's a red tape, so we want to give him the space to get the control. You know, right? Give or take, I don't know. Maybe we're gonna ask Commissioner Jeff on his opinion on this. And the captains. I don't know. I say, for me, it's gonna be kind of like based on kind of assessing it. If it's a really beginner, you give him the space. If it's Tuan, make sure you just get up in his face. Either way, they didn't call a penalty on it after discussing with the ref. Now, how do you make life easier for yourself, Rehan? Like I said before, rather than standing still like this and then pivoting, you skate towards the puck, and it's just, life is going to be easy. I guarantee it's going to be way easier. We could probably, like, for the next warm-up, we can practice a few of those passes to get the drill of it. But yeah, 55 seconds left. Let's enjoy the fun. We pull Cliffy boy. Let's see what kind of fun we can get today. Whoa, bouncy puck, and then red tape. Whoa, torpedo. And then we're going in, closed off on the left side, so we're going to go wide, and then, oh, just unfortunately, looks like Rehan just jumped the gun a little bit for the offside, and possibly Jess as well. Let's do some detective work. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered because everyone was offside. Again, the secret is you don't necessarily have to keep going straight and then doing the stretch like how Dave did, like this. You can, if you can, just turn 1 foot and 1 foot, and then turn back, right? And that will keep the speed rather than kind of losing speed like this. The fucking bodies heading everywhere. Oh my goodness. Now, I guess hindsight 2020, we could have, if I couldn't get it in, circle back and then come in with speed, or dump it in. Dumping it in will be a little bit tougher. Why? Because they've already got one person deep, two. So a dump unless we got a lot of speed going in, it's going to be tough to even get back the puck. So probably a reset is going to be the best bang. An offside's fine because it's stop time, but it's okay. Alright, so the guy got the puck back. Let's see what happens, and they ice it because it's not a power play. Skip ahead. We swap face-offs. He said, got Dave to shoot. 5-hole Dave is on the job. Bam! Misses the net. He said he rushed it a little bit. He's going to have nightmares. Let's play it again so he can relive his nightmares. Any case, if he jumps in on the play, that's fine. Spots are fine. And then here, maybe sneak in a little bit more, Rehan. That'll get you like a bit of a better spot to work with. Pucks bouncing everywhere. Shot on net, just a bit wide. Nobody on the left point. And game's over. So 1-0 loss. But lots of interesting content. A lot of banana peels. And some basics to work on for our newbies.